Reveal your spouse's intelligence with these 3 simple questions. We're diving into emotional flexibility, a skill that changes everything in relationships. Let's see how emotionally smart your partner really is. Picture this. You and your partner are having a normal day. Suddenly, bad news hits. Think of it as a big red symbol popping up out of nowhere. Some people get stuck right there. The anger, the sadness. It's like a wave, and they just ride it. You've seen it, right? Someone gets overwhelmed and the mood takes over the whole room. But what sets emotionally smart people apart is what happens next. Here's question 1. Does your partner notice their feelings, or do they get swept up instantly? If they can pause and say, "This feels uncomfortable, but it won't last forever," that's a huge sign of emotional awareness. It's like their heart recognizes the pain, but it also knows, hey, this is temporary. They take a breath, they let the feeling pass through, and little by little, things shift. This is where emotional flexibility kicks in. It's not about ignoring emotions or pretending everything's fine. It's about feeling fully, but not letting emotions call all the shots. Ask yourself, when your partner is upset, do they lash out, or do they slow down and find a wiser way to respond? That's question 2. Now, let's talk about what happens when they choose a calm response. Maybe they take a moment, share how they're feeling, and open up a peaceful conversation. The mood in the room softens. You both feel safer, more connected. That's emotional intelligence in action. Pausing, regulating, and choosing a healthier response. And here's the last question. Does your partner know that intelligence isn't avoiding emotions, but moving through them? It's not about shutting down or bottling things up. It's about riding the wave, finding balance, and coming out stronger together. So, next time you're wondering about your partner's emotional smarts, remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about noticing, accepting, and wisely moving through each emotion. Emotional flexibility is the real superpower in any relationship. This clip continues our last conversation, so stick around for more ways to build deeper emotional connection.
Behavioral flexibility. It sounds technical, but it's honestly one of the most powerful tools for emotional intelligence in a relationship. Here's what I mean. Picture this. You're in a tough spot with your partner. Maybe it's the same old argument. Again. You try to fix it the only way you know how. But, no surprise, it just leads to the same result. Frustration, confusion, maybe even distance. Ever feel like you're stuck on repeat? Let's be real. Doing the same thing over and over, hoping for a new outcome, rarely works. If you're nodding, you're not alone. Now, here's where it gets interesting. What if you could break that loop? The magic starts with a single pause. When you pause, instead of reacting automatically, you give yourself a split second to actually see what's happening. You notice your own feelings. You spot your partner's reaction. Suddenly, you're not just a passenger on this emotional roller coaster, you're behind the wheel. And in that tiny pause, you get to choose. So, let's wipe the slate clean. Imagine there's a menu of new options in front of you. You could speak more calmly, or change the timing of the conversation. Maybe wait until everyone's cooled off. Or, what if you just listened first, without jumping in to fix things? Behavioral flexibility means choosing a new action when the old one isn't working. It doesn't mean you throw out your values, it means you find a smarter way to live them. Now, let's get real for a second. Ask yourself, can your spouse manage their anger, sadness, or anxiety when it truly matters? Can your spouse look at a situation from another perspective and change their thinking when needed? Can your spouse act intelligently and wisely in critical moments? If you want to become a smarter woman and a smarter man, follow us.
Today, I'll share 3 smart questions that help you understand the intelligence of your partner or others. First question, Can they think differently when facing life problems, seeing the issue from multiple angles and analyzing it logically? Second question, can they manage sadness, anger, or frustration and turn these emotions into intelligent and constructive behavior? Third question, when a problem appears, can they replace ineffective repetitive reactions with intelligent and effective actions?